Welcome back to Tell Me More Stories Told Us podcast, where we get to dive into the stories behind some really interesting people.
Uh-huh.
And today,
Yeah.
I am so excited because we are talking about Paris Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She is a fascinating person.
Absolutely. And to set the
Yeah.
stage
Yeah.
for people who might not know,
Yeah.
we are talking about pre-Instagram influencer. This is
The OG.
yeah, the OG influencer.
Yeah.
And, we're going to talk about so many interesting things today.
Yeah.
Like her being an heiress, of course, everyone does that.
Yes.
But also reality TV star, DJ,
Businesswoman.
advocate for children's rights.
Yes.
She's
She's done it all.
a very faceted person.
Multifaceted, for sure.
So I am really excited to just dive into all of this. And I have an expert here with me today to help us unpack all of this.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Okay, so let's rewind all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
Paris Hilton, born in 1981, and a true child of the Hilton dynasty.
The Hilton Empire.
Yeah. So you'd think that means just pure privilege, right?
I mean, you would think so.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because she describes herself as kind of a tomboy growing up.
Huh.
Even though she was obviously surrounded by all this wealth.
Right.
She also went through all those classic high society things.
Oh, yeah.
Debutante balls, etiquette classes, the whole 9 yards.
Properly holding a teacup and all of that.
Yeah, all that.
That's almost like they were trying to fit this
I know.
really energetic, free spirit into this perfectly polished mold.
Exactly. It's like this real clash
Yeah.
that you see even as she's going through her teen years.
Yeah.
She's attending boarding schools, some of them quite strict.
Right.
And some even a little controversial that we might get into later.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's getting drawn into New York City.
Yeah.
The energy,
Yeah.
the nightlife.
It's like two opposite worlds.
Yeah, total clash of worlds. On one hand, she's learning how to, like you said, hold a V cup properly.
Right.
And on the other hand, she's modeling for Donald Trump's agency and
Yeah.
landing on magazine covers.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because I'm just thinking, even at that time, was it just a young woman enjoying the perks of her name?
I know.
Or was there even then this calculated awareness of I'm going to grab attention. I'm going to build this persona.
It makes you wonder, right?
Right.
Was it just her having fun or was there something more there?
Testing the waters of fame almost.
Yeah, testing the waters.
Figuring out what works, what resonates.
Exactly.
And then, bam, 2003 rolls around.
Oh, yeah.
The Simple Life premieres. And suddenly this concept of being famous for being famous explodes.
It really did.
And it's not that celebrities didn't exist before.
Right.
But Paris, alongside Nicole Richie, they tapped into something different.
Oh, yeah.
This fascination with wealth.
Yes.
Privilege.
Totally. And a healthy dose of drama, let's be honest.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It was reality TV gold.
It was.
And it launched her into this whole other stratosphere of fame.
For sure.
And then also around this time, we have the leaked sex tape scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Which, love it or hate it, it definitely amplified her notoriety.
It did. You can't really separate that from her rise.
Yeah.
It brought this level of infamy, this pushing boundaries thing that I think really fueled the public's obsession with her.
Yes, absolutely. And then she took that attention.
Yeah.
And with this business savvy that I think often gets overlooked,
Yeah.
she turns it into an empire.
She does.
So we're not just talking party girl here.
Yeah.
We're talking perfumes.
Yeah. Yes.
Fashion lines.
Books.
DJing. She even had a video game at one point.
I know. She did it all.
It's a whole business empire.
And don't even get me started on her DJ career. $1 million a set?
Yeah.
Who thought?
I know.
It's wild.
I just can't even imagine.
I know.
But it's brilliant.
She clearly understands how to market herself and
Yeah.
tap into what people want.
Exactly. And you know what, guys? This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are already hooked, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we are going to unpack so much more when we come back after a short break.
It gets even more wild from here.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah. Before the break, we were talking about how Paris turned, her notoriety into this business empire.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating because, despite being known for this lavish lifestyle, she's actually quite a savvy businesswoman.
It's like that whole dumb blonde persona
Yeah.
was all an act.
Yeah, I think it was very carefully crafted.
Yeah.
And it was like this brilliant marketing ploy that,
Yeah.
made her millions.
Yeah. And obviously it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Oh, of course not.
There were controversies.
Yeah.
And moments that could have derailed her career.
Absolutely. Like the homophobic comments she made years ago
Yeah.
were a stark reminder that even someone who seems to effortlessly command the spotlight
Right.
can still, stumble.
Yeah.
And the public was quick to judge
Oh, yeah.
and criticize.
But what I find interesting is how she handled those situations.
Yes.
Like she apologized,
Yeah.
took accountability, and ultimately used those experiences to learn and grow.
I think that's a big part of why she's still around.
Yeah.
She doesn't shy away from her mistakes.
Right?
And in recent years, she's actually actively worked to redefine her image.
Yeah. Like the 2020 documentary, This is Paris,
Oh, yeah.
was a huge turning point.
It was. It was really eye-opening.
Yeah,
It gave us this glimpse
Yeah.
behind all the glitz and glam
Right.
and revealed this vulnerable side that we hadn't really seen before.
Especially her experiences at those troubled boarding schools, the alleged abuse, the trauma. It really humanized her.
It did. And it sparked a much-needed conversation about that whole industry.
Yes.
The troubled teen industry.
Right. And she became this voice for survivors, advocating for change.
Absolutely. Demanding accountability.
And she testified before the Utah legislature
She did.
to push for stricter regulations on those institutions.
Yeah, it was a powerful moment.
Oh, that's
Seeing her use her platform to fight for something so personal
Yeah.
and important.
Like it's a testament to her resilience
It is.
and her willingness to use her own pain to help others.
Yeah. And I think it really shifted public perception.
Right.
It proved that there was more depth to her
Yeah.
than people had previously given her credit for.
It's like she's constantly evolving
She is.
and challenging our assumptions about who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that in her business ventures, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's embraced the digital age.
Oh, absolutely. Like
Mantra.
podcasts, NFT collections, metaverse experiences. She even created a fund to support female digital artists.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Blending the old world of celebrity
Right.
with the cutting edge of technology.
And doing it all while maintaining her signature flair.
Of course.
Like even her return to reality TV
Yeah.
with shows like Cooking with Paris and Paris in Love.
I love those.
It still had that classic Paris touch.
It did.
That mix of humor,
Yeah.
vulnerability.
What about a chaos?
And those shows weren't just entertainment.
No.
They were like carefully crafted glimpses
Yeah.
into her personal life so audiences could connect with her on a more intimate level.
Exactly. And then there's her memoir, Paris, the memoir,
Yes.
which delves even deeper into
Yeah.
her personal journey.
Her struggles, her growth.
It's a raw and honest account that really challenges us to reconsider the narratives we've been fed about her.
Plus, she's back in the music scene.
She is.
She's working on a new album.
Yeah.
And even released an updated version
Oh, wow.
of her hit single Stars Are Blind.
Nice.
It's almost like she's reclaiming her past
Yeah.
and redefining it on her own terms.
It's a constant reinvention,
Yeah.
a refusal to be defined by a single moment
Right.
or a singular image.
And I think that's what makes her story so compelling.
It really is.
She's not just Paris Hilton, the heiress.
Right.
The reality star.
The businesswoman.
The businesswoman, the advocate.
She's all of those things and more.
Yeah. So after all of this,
Yeah.
where do we land?
It's the question, isn't it? Like, is she a product of her time? A master manipulator of the media?
Or something else entirely?
Yeah. It's a question that's fascinated people for over 2 decades.
And I don't think there's an easy answer.
I don't think so either.
It's more nuanced
Yeah.
than just like a yes or a no.
Absolutely.
You know, it's hard to imagine someone achieving that same level of fame today
Yeah.
through the same path Paris took.
It is.
Like social media has changed everything.
Completely.
Everyone is vying for attention.
Right.
And the concept of famous for being famous
Yeah.
has become
Yeah.
almost commonplace.
Yeah, she really emerged at a very particular moment in time.
Yeah.
Like when reality TV was exploding
Yeah.
and the internet was still kind of in its infancy.
Right.
She was able to capture the public's imagination in a way that feels almost impossible to replicate now.
But then again, look at her staying power.
That's true.
She's not just a relic of the 2000s.
Right.
Like she's adapted,
Mm-hmm.
reinvented herself,
Yeah.
continued to build her empire.
And think about the influence she's had
Right.
on those who came after her.
Yeah.
Like the Kardashians,
Yeah.
countless other reality stars, influencers. They all owe a debt to Paris Hilton in some way.
That's true.
Like she created the blueprint for a certain type of celebrity that's still being followed today.
So maybe the answer is both.
Maybe.
Like she is a product of her time. But she's also a shrewd businesswoman. Who understood how to capitalize on that time. And create a lasting legacy.
She seized the opportunity that was presented to her.
And through a combination of luck, savvy, and sheer determination. She turned it into something enduring.
She did.
It's inspiring in a way.
I think so.
It shows that, you know, with the right mix of circumstances and self-belief.
You can write your own story.
Yeah, it's a story that honestly still has me wondering what twist or turn will come next.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton remains an enigma.
She does.
A constantly evolving puzzle that continues to fascinate and confound. And maybe that's the key to her enduring appeal.
Yeah.
She keeps us guessing.
Keeps us talking.
Keeps us coming back for more.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of Paris Hilton.
It's been fun.
It's been a wild ride.
It has.
Full of unexpected turns. And insightful discoveries.
It's been a pleasure unpacking this complex and intriguing figure with you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for joining us on Tell Me More Stories Told as podcast.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes where we'll explore other captivating stories behind the names you know.
Can't wait.
Until then, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And tell me more.
Yes.